Tulsa looks good on you, your one-stop resource for all things Tulsa. Welcome back to another episode of Tulsa Looks Good on You. And Tulsa looks so amazing on Cindy Webb with Paws for Paws. And first off, I just love the name of the
Oh, thank you.
nonprofit. It is so cute. And I bet that there is a pretty important meaning behind it. So, Cindy, why don't you just share who you are and what you guys do over there?
Right. I'm Cindy Webb. I am the program director of Paws for Paws, and
Yeah.
we foster pets. We care for the pets of people who struggle in one of three areas: addiction, mental illness, or homelessness, so that they can go one of three places: to the hospital for medical care, for addiction treatment, or for mental health care at a mental health facility. So they have to be inpatient in order to receive our services. We have to have a referral. So we have to have a caseworker call us and say, hey, I've got a client needs to go in. Can you help out? And then we have some paperwork to be completed. And then pretty much after that, we pick up the pet. We make sure we get them vaccinated and spayed or neutered if they need to. And we have a team of wonderful foster families who will take the pets into their homes and care for them as if they were their own pets.
Okay, so this
And the owners get their baby back.
yeah, I was gonna say like this is such a beautiful thing is sometimes they're just, at a place of needing some help and they don't want to lose their furry loved one who
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
so what a beautiful way to allow them to get the treatment or help or whatever they're needing while still knowing that their furry friends are safe and loved.
That's right. Yep, they will get their pet back in better shape than it was before because like I said, we always vaccinate the pets and when we can, spay and neuter them. There have been some occasions where the animal is either not healthy enough or too old for
Mhm.
spay and neuter. But that's one of our main priorities is to get the animals spayed and neutered because Tulsa has a serious pet overpopulation problem. We want to help toward taking care of that.
Well, how did this need, who, I guess the founder maybe saw a need somehow. I mean, somehow I find that most nonprofits come out of a caring, kind person who sees a great need. And so, how did that kind of
Absolutely.
evolve over time?
Yeah, that was Katie Inhofe, as I mentioned. She's the founder, and Katie has served on the board of the Mental Health Association at the time that she had this idea. That's what she was doing.
Yeah.
And she saw that people weren't going in for treatment. They weren't getting into the hospital and even dying on the street. Because if you were faced with giving up your pet or just abandoning your pet on the street or
Yeah.
turning it over to Tulsa Animal Services, you had no one to care for it. What would you do?
Yeah.
Most of us, if we have our babies, our pets, we are not going to just abandon them. And so people were putting off going in or not going in at all. And there can be serious consequences. We want to make sure that nobody is put in that position where they have to choose between mental health care, addiction treatment, medical care, if they're homeless, and their pet.
Well, with that, you made me think about another important question is how are people able to find you? I mean, you got to get the word out that,
Yeah.
we can foster and take care of your furry friends while you're not able to. How are you able to get the word out?
Well, as far as people finding out about us, that has happened. It was a challenge the first couple of years, and then COVID hit, which really put things
Right.
back. But at this point, we do try to continue to remind the major social service agencies
Mhm.
about us, but a lot of people know about us now.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of
Good.
referrals, and people are so grateful. I remember going to crisis care center early on, and they were like, "Who are you? What are you doing?" And now they're like, "Oh, Pause for Pause is here! Yay!" That we
Well,
are very well received now.
I bet you're helping out so many. So, does it ever happen that maybe they just can't take that pet back? And do you then have pups or, furry friends that are kind of left into your services?
Interestingly, the first, I would say, 5 or even 6 years, we didn't have a single person
Oh,
abandon their pet to us. And we did have one fellow that disappeared on us.
Okay.
Now that doesn't mean some people are, some people are unable to take their pet back.
Right.
That might be an individual who was living on the street and had a pet and then ended up going to a nursing home.
Okay.
That would be an instance where they were not able to take their pet back, and that does happen once in a while. And but as far as abandonment, that's pretty rare for us,
Right.
which is, I thought that would happen all the time.
Yeah.
But no, people have to jump through some hoops to get in our program. And the
Yeah.
people that do love their pets
Right. That's right.
definitely want them back.
Yeah. So what kind, how can we help out? It sounds like fostering could be a
Yeah.
way to volunteer. I'm sure that money is always a good way to give back.
You named our two big ones right there. We always need donations, of course, to keep going. As with any nonprofit, that's always something we have to have in the back of our minds that we're working on all the time with our fundraisers and just general people donating to us.
Yes.
But fosters are essential to our program. Without fosters, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So we are always looking for people that love animals and are willing to take a pet into their home and just care for it like their own. A nice thing about our program, because a lot of groups need fosters, and one thing about our program is that they are owned pets. So this is just pet sitting. It's
Yeah.
not in order to get the pet adopted.
Right.
So it's not going to be long term. We are a few days. Sometimes if someone has to go to the emergency room, they're out by the next day or in a couple days.
Okay.
Also with mental health care, it's usually 5 to 7, maybe 14 at a max. Medical can run longer. And then addiction treatment, of course, is going to run 30 days, 60 days. On rare occasion, if they ask for an extension, we might do 90, but that's our max.
Okay.
So it is short term, and there is a limit to how long an individual would have a pet.
I love that because, like you mentioned, it is just like pet sitting. And so
Right.
it's maybe not as big of a commitment if you were a foster for other
That's right.
reasons.
Yeah, you don't have to take it to any events and,
Right.
get it ready to be seen by people.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say, "Oh, I just couldn't do that. I'd get too attached." I mean, if you take care of your friend's dog,
Yeah.
I mean, they have an owner. And the one of the best parts about our program are the when they're returned. We have videos on our Facebook page
Oh,
and newsletter of people getting their pets back, and you know how excited those animals are to see their mom or dad. So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And for people to be
yes.
part of that, I always send pictures of the reunion to back to the foster so that they can see, this is what you've done. You've helped this
That
pet owner get reunited.
that could really tug at the heartstrings right there, just thinking about it.
Absolutely. But one thing that we don't allow any contact between our fosters and the owners. So
Okay.
the owner will never know where their pet is, the
Mm.
name of the person. We never, all of our fosters, you'll never see them on social media. You'll never, that we promote. I mean, on occasion, some of them have put up pictures of them with their pets. I'm like, take it down. We don't
Yeah.
advertise who has our pets. So it's all anonymous.
I love it. Well, I love learning about this organization. I think you're doing such an important job in our community, just for all of our neighbors. And I just appreciate you so much for that. How can people best find you to learn more, to volunteer, to give you some money?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Our Facebook page, www.pause, that's Pause, the number 4, PAWSOK.org. And there is a donation button if people would like to donate. That would be awesome. Um, and then as far as being a foster, on our website is also a place where you can click to put in an application to be a foster. I just got back from interviewing a couple, just fell in love with them. They are retired and no longer have pets of their own, and they
Oh,
decided they travel. They didn't want to take on the responsibility of another pet, but boy, do they miss having a dog around. In this case, they like dogs.
yeah.
And so it's perfect for them. So they can just
So
call me and
cool.
say, "Hey, we're going to be out of town a couple weeks, so I won't call them." or, we're ready for a pet. And if I get one in that seems a good match for them, I'll be able to take one over there and just be loved on for a week, 2 weeks, a month.
Such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing. Cindy, thank you for sharing all this good stuff, and we'll get the word out so that people can help out and allow you to do and live your mission of helping out those who need some help.
Right, absolutely. And we've got a Facebook page too where we try to put up the reunions as well so people can pop on there and see some of our pets. So,
I love it. Thank you for spending your time with me.
absolutely. Thank you guys so much for help getting the word out. We really appreciate you.
You bet.